What is up, YouTube verse? I know I've been away for a little while, and I'm glad to be back. We back with another. I wish that we could change places. Don't want no new faces. You got my heartbeat racing. They say time heals. Don't go build a life without me, 'cause you're mine still. Oh, all right. So guys, a little bit of a different video for today. Something a little bit different, honestly. So before I even get started, I just want to let y'all know that the video I'm about to show you is my favorite highlight of all time. Like, there's no other highlights better than this one, in my opinion. This is my favorite highlight.
Minutes to play. Can they do it again for the second night in a row?
You can't have any empty trips now. You've got to score.
Bryant with Howard rolling to the basket.
And
Kobe.
clock is an issue.
He's going to have to shoot it with 3, with 2. In trouble. Forced up and in. Unbelievable. We'll have it. Far side. Shot on its feet. Lakers down. In trouble. Quickly. Bryant. 3 from the corner. Yes! Kobe!
Nash and Kobe and meta world peace, but Nash isn't the guy that's going to elevate over anybody. So if you're close to him, you're going to affect his shot.
Come out in a different set. Ball out of bounds. Got to get it in. No timeouts to save yourself. And Blake gets it into Kobe. Kobe, good little fake. 3 to tie. A second differential. But the Lakers have a chance to take the lead. Bryant with the crowd roaring. Right-handed dribble. Gray comes out to double. Kobe around him. Kobe down the middle. Puts it home. Kobe Bryant.
So you just saw that, and yeah, that's Kobe Bryant sunning the Raptors, really. But it's the way he did it. Now, when you look at that, you're like, yeah, I mean, we've all seen it. But guess at what his three-point percentage was that season? Yeah. That's his three-point percentage. Now, for any other player, those on defense would be like, we would live with those shots all the time. Any other player, you affect it. With Kobe Bryant of this year, which was 2012, 2013, he was on a mission, right? A lot of things was happening that season, and he just went off, to be honest with you. He just went off. So really what it came down, he wanted it more than anybody else, and they all knew it. And when it came to the fourth quarter, you can never leave Kobe open, no matter where he's at. You never could. The percentages would say, yeah, leave him open in the three-point line, because he's gonna miss more than he makes. And most of the time, I'll even admit it. You know what I'm saying? You was right, but those times you were wrong killed you. So you didn't want to take any chances. Now, you couldn't let him go past you. You couldn't. But I'm getting off topic. The reason why I showed you that specific highlight is to show you that sometimes, or most of the time, in my opinion, stats don't show you anything about a certain player. About certain players, yes, stats will tell you all you need to know about them. And you can defend them almost perfectly with just knowing their stats. But with certain players, like the Kobe Bryants of the world, LeBron Jameses, Kevin Durant's, you can't just rely on stats. You got to actually look at what they're doing, because they're doing so many small things. Even Michael Jordan back in his day, man, like, they were doing so many small things that you just couldn't rely on stats to help you. You had to rely on, oh, I've seen what he does with me specifically, because they play differently for each player that defends them. So before anybody starts to say, oh, you stats will tell you what you need to know because that tells you the game plan, in my opinion, team stats are more important than player stats. If you look at the entire team stats, then you know how to defend the team as a whole. But for one certain player, you cannot just look at their stats. You just can't. So whenever anybody might say, oh, the stats tell you everything, not really. You know what I'm saying? Because stats can be maneuvered. Stats can show you the good side of things, only the good side or only the bad side, depending on what you want to use it for. Stats can show an agenda for somebody. And a lot of people, scientifically speaking, your eyes can lie to you. So people use statistics. They use stuff that you can't refute. And true, you can't really refute evidence, but you can refute experience, right? But experience is the only way you know for sure about something, if you experience it. So whenever you see something that you, statistically speaking, probably won't get done right, or statistically speaking, it just won't work out for you, you gotta understand that stats don't show who you are as a person. As a black man, I know the statistics aren't really in my favor, guys. They aren't in our favor at all. But we live on. We try our hardest to just live on in a peaceful life for the most part. So when it comes down to it, I want everybody to understand that, not even just in basketball, but in life, statistics are only one piece of a puzzle. They're useful, but don't let the statistics define who you are. Statistics will only define you up to a certain point. And when it comes down to it, I'd much rather be on the other side of the statistics with certain ones. Because at the end of the day, we're all original. We're all unique in our own way. So why be held to a number? The number can help, but the numbers are only there for fluff. Great example, and then I'll probably get out your hair. Great example of this that I believe, will tell it all, right? Is that the whole MJ versus LeBron thing, right? People try to use statistics, to try to use, what they've seen, how they've done, stuff like that. And the funny part is, all the advanced statistics will show Michael Jordan at his peak was better than LeBron. But LeBron has longevity over Michael. LeBron will go down as statistically one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time. But a lot of people would still be hesitant until, this generation dies off. But LeBron, in my opinion, is definitely one of the greatest players of all time. Just not as... It's the greatness factor behind it that people don't like to take into account. A lot of things that are defined by greatness don't have any numbers to back it up. Greatness usually is just, this is what he did, rather than these are the numbers to back it up. Michael Jordan's greatness was that he never left the Bulls. Michael Jordan's greatness is that, look, he literally has the only championships that franchise has. And because of him, that franchise has not lost a finals. Ever. Michael Jordan created a legacy that LeBron is definitely going to be comparable to. There's no really questioning that. But as you guys know, I'm a Kobe fan. So I bring Kobe into it because Kobe's greatness has, in my opinion, succeeded and will live on much longer than even Michael Jordan's. Because his greatness wasn't even about the numbers. It wasn't even about who he faced against. It wasn't about nothing on the court. It was everything he did for the next generation. And even LeBron looked up to Kobe. Kobe was everybody else's Michael because he never quit. And in my opinion, quitting makes you a statistic. Don't be a statistic. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share this video on whatever social media you have. Let's get the views up, guys. I'll try to be more consistent. It's my first video back. Thank y'all, man.